welcome. My name is Rachel, and this sequence is designed to help with nausea, to get you back on your mat, even though you might be experiencing nausea from treatment. So I experienced a tremendous amount of nausea going through chemotherapy, and at times it was pretty debilitating. So I wanted to offer you what I found as ways to get on my mat, even though I was experiencing a lot of nausea. So the key that I found was lengthening the backside body. And as long as I had length through my neck, so sending my shoulders down and lengthening through my cervical spine, I did find that it was manageable to get on the mat and continue to practice. So the sequence is short. It is meant to support you. Always listen to your body. If you feel like something isn't resonating with you, then please transition, come back to a resting pose or anything that feels good. And also give yourself grace. I know that sometimes it was frustrating for me to not have an active asana practice going through treatment. I wanted to be on the mat and I wanted to move, but I physically at times was not able to. And I found other ways through breath work, through meditation, which are still ways to have a path towards enlightenment, the 8-limb path. So let's begin in this supported shape in Supta Baddha Konasana, gently reclined. So instead of fully being on your back, I found that having inclination really helped with nausea. So I have 2 blocks, one on the highest level and then one on the lowest level with a bolster placed on top of them to create this elevation. However, you can be creative at home with books and pillows and maybe even the couch cushions to create that elevation. I'm also using 2 blankets here to support my hips. So you can have those handy. Also, blocks work great, or additional pillows. So you can place your sacrum, your tailbone, right at the edge of the bolster and recline back into this modified, supportive, restorative pose of Supta Baddha Konasana. Come into your breath. You can have your arms relaxed by your side, or your left hand can be on your low belly and your right hand on your heart space. Feel into the flow of breath and allow your neck to be long here. So move your shoulders away from your ears and just settle into the shape. And as you stay a little bit longer, you might need to adjust your props a little bit. With restorative poses, you do want to feel completely held by your props. That is the intention. And you can stay here for as long as it feels sustainable and manageable in your body. So oftentimes I would stay here for 20 minutes, and this would be my yoga practice. And oftentimes I would fall asleep in this pose because it's so incredibly nourishing and cozy. We're going to stay here one more breath. Gently lift your knees to support you. Take an inhale and exhale to push yourself up. So the way I move is moving with intention through the core to also support the stoma. Let's move the blankets aside. We can put those away until later. And we'll come into a wide leg straddle. And also set the rest of your props aside. And the blocks can be used for grounding to bring the floor to you. So I found that bending over did not feel good in my body. So again, that length through the spine, the length through the back of the neck was really how I managed to be on the mat, even though I had nausea. So in this wide leg straddle, you can press into your blocks to lengthen your backside body and breathe. One of the things that I had to learn about myself going through cancer treatments is to really be kind and gentle to myself. I've always had a very active practice, and so it's humbling when you're used to doing maybe some more aggressive or heat building poses is a better way to say it, or I guess like lots of binds and inversions, which is what I like to do to really push myself. It's humbling to slow down and to meet your body where it's at. But it feels so nice to nourish your soul, nourish your inner world, connect deeply to the present moment. And so I'm grateful in a lot of ways for my cancer journey to bring me a lot more in touch with who I am at my core and to unravel deeply a lot of programs. Transition out of the pose, take an inhale. Exhale, bring your legs together. We'll take a version of Janu Sirsasana, open twist, however. So bring the right sole of your foot to your left inner thigh, and you can tuck it under so that the top of your foot is down. Extend long through your spine, and then a gentle rotation over towards the right. Again, we're keeping that length in the spine and a very open twist. I found that deep twists didn't feel very good for me. You can take this in any version you'd like if you'd like to go deeper into a twist. Set your gaze in one place. That also helps to send calming signals to your nervous system. So our drishti is very important. Ground us, to center us. And you can think about when your mind or your thoughts, your vision is darting all over the place. If your sight is going with it, then it creates more of that monkey mind. So by setting your focus, one point focus, your drishti, it's a way to calm, center, ground, allow thoughts to pass by, or maybe they cease altogether. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, and then we'll exhale to bring our leg in. I'm always thinking about protecting the soma and engaging my core as I move. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, gentle twist here. And the breath we use in practice is ujjayi to create a vocalization, but it can be more gentle since we're in a cooling place right now with poses. And this whole sequence is designed to support you to not bring in added heat, to offer a restorative cooling practice to help you through treatment. Continue to breathe however it feels, natural, fluid. You can even work to balance out your breath, listening to the quality of the inhale. Create that same depth, quality on the exhale. We'll transition out of the pose, take an inhale. Exhale to transition. And we'll take a seated half pigeon here. Bend your left knee, cross your right ankle over. And you can breathe into the sensation to make it more accessible. Bring your foot away from you, walk your hands away from you. Or you can take it a little bit closer together, hands, foot closer towards your pelvis for more engagement. And continue to breathe and think about creating that length through your backside body, through your neck. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. And we'll come into the other side. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Inhale and exhale. Allowing your breath to nourish you, to ground you. Feel into the support beneath you. And release. Bring our knees down. Move with an exhale. Inhale. Exhale to hands and knees. We'll move through opposite leg extension. And if it feels okay, you can take a cat-cow. Sometimes it's better to just stay stationary, lengthen your neck. If it does feel okay for you, drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow pose. Cat, tuck your tailbone under, round through your spine. And we'll come to a tabletop. So press into your hands to feel that expansive quality through your backside body, through your shoulder blades, and engage your core here. Engage your transverse abdominals. So we call that Uddiyana Bandha. You might walk your knee a little bit closer together. Extend, lift, right leg up at hip level. Spiral your big toes down. And feel what that's like to stay here. Maybe this is enough. Or if you'd like, extend, lengthen your left arm. Breathe here, finding balance, lengthen your back neck, and other side. Extend, left leg back at hip level, reach your right arm forward. Bring that length into your neck. So look down and see if you can soften your shoulders towards your spine, hug into your center line, and reach to the crown of your head. And lower down. I'm going to transition to the other side so you can see me better. Extend your right leg back up at hip level. We'll come right into the balance. Reach left arm forward. Feel what it's like to engage your core here and then lower your left hand down. Kickstand with your left leg and open up, expand this modified half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Into gate pose, ground through the sole of your right foot, reach up and over, Parigasana, modified. Come back to center and move slowly, hands and knees. You can come into cat-cow if you'd like, or you can just lengthen through your spine. Move through the little movement and flow, drop your belly, lift through your heart, and then feel the center of your spine, your thoracic spine, push up towards the ceiling. You can take it a little bit more gentle too, as listen to your body. It's very essential. Always come out of a pose. If you feel nauseous or any pain, extend left leg to the back of the room, reach right arm forward. And find that strength, and we'll move into the supported half moon. Right arm down, spiral open, left arm opens, flex through your left foot. Take an inhale, and then exhale, lower your foot down. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, core strength. Engage your transverse abdominals, Parigasana. All the way back down into hands and knees. And one pose you can take here with your bolster is a supported child's pose. Oops. So this can feel nice to come down with the support. Bring your knees wide and then gently lower your chest down and look to one side. Release your arms by your side. And you can snug the pillow even further in so that your hips are supported here. And you can stay in this pose for a while as well. So that's a way where you can stay here, or if it feels good to you. I know with nausea, sometimes being in that cocoon shape does not feel good. So if that's the case, come back to Virasana. Now, this is a sequence too. You can pause at any time and then continue to elongate the poses. So you can do them several times if it feels good. And we'll come to a Sukhasana shape here. You can elevate your hips with the bolster if you'd like. Easy seat. And this is a nice way to lengthen your spine. So as you sit and tilt your pelvis slightly forward, you have an anterior tilt. You're allowing this wonderful length to come up through your spine. And then soften through your shoulders, lengthen the back of your neck. And take a little bit of a flow here. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder gently. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Inhale, other side, right side. Back to center, left side. Back to center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Interlace your fingers. Press up towards the ceiling. Feel that length as you move your rib cage away from your pelvis. And then interlace your fingers at the back of your head. Open up your elbows. I still have a port in, so you might see my port. For a while, I was kind of worried about the port like popping out, but nope, it's good. No matter what I do. So know that, yeah, if you're new to having a port, I know it's tender at first, but you can really do a lot of things. I feel like I can do all yoga poses, even though I'm not doing a lot of the tricky ones anymore. Let's take Eagle, Garudasana arms. Cross your right arm under. You can hold at the shoulders, or if you'd like, you can take that secondary bind, press your palms together. And this is a way where we can expand through our shoulders. Inhale to bring in depth. Move your shoulder blades away from each other. Expand through your thoracic spine, through your shoulder blades. And then exhale, feel your shoulder blades come together, constrict. One more time like that. Inhale, expand through your upper body. Move your shoulder blades away from each other. And then exhale, a gentle lift. Shoulder blades come in and down. And release. Oh, take a little flow here. Heart circles around your pelvis. And the other direction. And Garudasana arms, left side. Reach your arms out to a T. Cross your left arm under. Maybe you bind a secondary time. Palms can come right in front of your face. In your peripheral vision, you can see them coming together. We'll do that same breath work. Inhale, breathe in, expand through your shoulder blades, move them apart, almost like you're rounding this part of your thoracic spine. And then exhale, feel this constriction. Shoulder blades come together, down, hugging in towards your center line. Inhale, expand, breathe in. Feel this movement through your upper rib cage. And exhale, the breath comes out. You can even engage Uddiyana Bandha, your transverse abdominals. And release down. We'll now transition back into the supported Supta Baddha Konasana. This is where I'd like to end the sequence. You can take Savasana in a traditional way. Otherwise, block at the highest height, the lowest height, and the bolster there to support you. I like to use these blankets for my hips. It helps to support, so it's not so much of an opening. And I feel like this is a really nice way to take Savasana with a gentle incline so that you're not completely reclined. However, listen to your body. And to come back into this shape, bring your tailbone right to the props, to the bolster, lower down, and rest. Allow these props to support you so you can manipulate them and maneuver them in a way that feels like it's the right position. Hands can be by your side or on your body. It's nice. Soften your jaw, soften your face. Relax your breath. Just come into natural breath flow. And listen to the sounds of your environment. Feel into the energy of your being, the flow of energy, chi, prana, life force. And stay in this position in Savasana, final resting pose for as long as you need, allowing the practice to integrate, download. Thank you for practicing with me today. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.